The most dangerous experiments humans ever performed. Throughout history, humans have performed experiments that pushed science into terrifying territory. Some researchers believed they were advancing human knowledge. Others believed the potential rewards justified extreme risks. But in many cases, experiments produced consequences far more dangerous than anyone expected. Certain experiments caused environmental disasters. Others raised serious ethical questions that still disturb scientists today. And some demonstrated how dangerous human curiosity can become when limits disappear. Today, we're exploring the most dangerous experiments humans ever performed, and why some scientific discoveries terrified even the people who created them. One of the most famous dangerous experiments involved nuclear testing. During the 20th century, governments detonated enormous nuclear weapons to study their destructive power. Some explosions became so powerful, they permanently altered surrounding environments. Entire regions were contaminated by radioactive fallout. Scientists studying these weapons quickly realized humanity had created technology capable of destroying civilization itself. Another terrifying example involved the Demon Core experiments. After World War II, scientists conducted criticality experiments using highly radioactive plutonium cores. Small mistakes during these experiments caused deadly radiation accidents. In one famous incident, a scientist accidentally triggered a critical reaction while demonstrating an experiment. Witnesses described flashes of blue light before lethal radiation exposure spread through the room. The event became one of the most disturbing accidents in scientific history. Another dangerous experiment involved biological testing. Throughout history, some governments and organizations conducted unethical experiments involving dangerous diseases and biological agents. These experiments raised enormous ethical concerns and demonstrated how scientific knowledge can become extremely dangerous when used irresponsibly. Another frightening example involved attempts to control weather. During the Cold War, researchers explored technologies designed to influence environmental conditions. Scientists experimented with cloud seeding and atmospheric modification. Some feared future technologies might eventually allow large-scale environmental manipulation. Another disturbing experiment involved sleep deprivation studies. Researchers discovered that prolonged sleep deprivation can rapidly damage both physical and psychological health. Extreme exhaustion can cause hallucinations, paranoia, emotional instability, and severe cognitive decline. Some experiments demonstrated how fragile human psychology becomes under prolonged stress. Another terrifying scientific project involved early radiation exposure studies. Before the long-term dangers of radiation were fully understood, researchers and workers were exposed to dangerous levels of radioactive material. Many suffered severe illnesses before scientists fully realized how destructive radiation could become inside the human body. Another frightening possibility emerged through artificial intelligence research. Modern AI systems continue becoming increasingly powerful. Some researchers now warn humanity may be developing technologies capable of producing consequences humans cannot fully predict or control. The fear surrounding advanced AI reflects a recurring pattern throughout scientific history. Humans often create powerful systems before fully understanding their long-term effects. Another disturbing area of experimentation involved chemical weapons. Scientists developed gases and compounds capable of causing devastating injuries and mass casualties. The horrifying effects of chemical warfare demonstrated how scientific innovation can become catastrophic when applied to conflict. Another terrifying experiment involved attempts to split the atom itself. Scientists working on nuclear research realized they were unlocking forces capable of releasing extraordinary amounts of energy. Some researchers reportedly feared their experiments could theoretically trigger catastrophic chain reactions. Although those fears proved incorrect, the development of nuclear weapons permanently changed human history. Another unsettling reality is that scientific progress itself is not inherently good or evil. Science gives humanity extraordinary power, but power without ethical restraint can become dangerous very quickly. Many of history's most disturbing experiments occurred because researchers became so focused on discovery that they ignored long-term consequences. Another frightening truth is that humanity continues pushing scientific boundaries today. Artificial intelligence, genetic engineering, biotechnology, brain-computer interfaces, advanced surveillance systems. Human civilization continues developing technologies that may reshape the future in unpredictable ways. The desire to explore the unknown is one of humanity's strongest instincts. But history repeatedly demonstrates that some discoveries can become terrifying once they escape human control. The truth is that scientific experimentation has produced some of humanity's greatest achievements, but it has also created some of the most dangerous moments in human history. And in the future, humanity may perform experiments even more powerful than anything created before. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe for more difficult topics simply explained, and comment which scientific experiment you think was the most terrifying.